Hello and welcome to the in-depth series section of Drishti IAS. I am Aisha Singh and in today's video we will be discussing about the Nipah virus. So recently 2 deaths have been observed in the state of Kerala. In India, the state of Kerala is very much known for the outbreak of Nipah virus. So we will be discussing it in detail. First of all, about the timeline. First we'll be looking at the news. Then what is Nipah virus, its history in India and around the world, why is it get transmitted from one person to another person, then what are the symptoms, how deadly is Nipah virus, and in the end a prelims MCQ. This topic is of relevance from the health perspective from the exam. Now the news talks about Nipah kills 2 in Kerala. What is this virus? Why is it dangerous even though it doesn't spread fast? So first of all, what is Nipah virus? So what has happened recently is Nipah virus cases have been observed in Kerala again. Again means earlier also it was reported in Kerala, and especially in the year of 2018 and 2019, and now again the cases have been observed and 2 people have died because of it and 2 people are under treatment. And according to the World Health Organization, the overall global case fatality rate of Nipah is estimated at 40% to 75%. So it is a virus and it is considered to be a deadly virus because of the fatality rate. That is, if the person is getting infected because of the Nipah virus, then the fatality rate is more than 50%, you can say. It means if 100 people are getting infected by it, more than 50 people are dying. So the fatality rate is really high and it is even more dangerous than the COVID virus. So if we compare both COVID virus and Nipah virus, then if we talk about the transmission thing, then COVID is easily transmitted as compared to the Nipah virus. But when we talk about the fatality rate, then Nipah virus is more deadly as compared to the COVID virus. And Nipah virus does not spread as quickly as the COVID virus, but it is more deadly as compared to it. So seeing the death of 2 people and 2 people under treatment, the Kerala government has set up a high level committee to look into whether the outbreak of Nipah virus can take place or not. Now, what is it? What is Nipah virus? First of all, it is a zoonotic disease. You need to remember this term. Then zoonotic disease means it can be transferred from animals to humans. It means it is transferable from animals to humans. So it is a zoonotic disease and can be transmitted to humans through infected animals or contaminated food. Infected animals. So this line is telling you that transmission, the tool of transmission is an animal. We will be coming back to it. And it is transmitted directly from person to person through close contact with an infected person. So from person to person it can get transmitted. From person to person, from animal to person. Then Nipah virus is also an RNA virus of the genus Henipavirus, and the family it belongs to is called Paramyxoviridae. So the name of the family is Paramyxoviridae and the genus is Henipavirus, and it is an RNA virus. RNA is ribonucleic acid. So it is an RNA virus. It is a zoonotic disease and can be transmitted from animal to person and from person to person. Now about its history. So where it was for the very first time observed, or where was the first time the outbreak took place. So the first outbreaks was reported from Malaysia and Singapore, and the years is 1998 and 1999. So first time it was observed in Malaysia and Singapore, and the virus takes its name from the village in Malaysia where the person in whom the virus was first detected. So the person died in the end. So the village from where the first case was detected and the person died, the Nipah virus has got its name from that village. And if we talk about Bangladesh, then at least 10 outbreaks since 2001 has been observed. So Nipah virus is very prone to Bangladesh, and Bangladesh is you can say that Bangladesh is very prone to Nipah virus. And if we talk about India, then West Bengal has seen an outbreak in the year 2001 and 2007. While if we talk about Kerala, Kerala has reported several cases in the year 2018 and also 2019. From 2019, the individual cases started to get reported. So this was about its history. Now about transmission, how does it get transmitted from one person to another person? So the disease spreads through fruit bats or flying foxes. So the transmission tool through which Nipah virus gets transmitted is a fruit bat. So bats are the transmission tool, and the genus to which these fruit bats belong is Pteropus. And the natural reservoir host of the Nipah and Hendra viruses, and the virus is present in bat urine mainly. So the places which gets contaminated usually have the bat's urine or saliva. That can be feces also, saliva and birthing fluids. But majorly it happens, or it gets transmitted, or it gets contaminated through the urine of the bats. So you need to remember the name of the transmitting tool. So that is fruit bats. And it gets transmitted to other animals also, like pigs. Now let's talk about the symptoms, that if a person is suffering from Nipah virus, then what are the symptoms that the person would be feeling? So first and foremost, it is fever. With fever comes headache, drowsiness, disorientation, mental confusion, coma, and as we have discussed in the starting of the video, that the fatality rate is more than 50%. So potentially death can also take place. So it needs to be cured at the right time, but the problem is that there is no vaccine of it. So the best thing that a person can do to save themselves is that they need to be, or they need to eat clean food and clean drinking water, and they need to keep away from the people who are suffering from extreme cold. And if they know that the person is not feeling well, then they need to maintain some distance and try to avoid using other person's personal stuff like towel or hairbrush, etc. Then symptoms are fever, headache, drowsiness, disorientation, mental confusion, coma, and potentially death. So how deadly is Nipah virus? So we will be talking about few of the data, that is in percentage terms. So it is more deadly than COVID. And the first outbreak in Bengal's Siliguri in the year 2001, when the first outbreak took place in Bengal's Siliguri, out of 66 confirmed people, 45 people died. So 45 of the 66 confirmed people died. So the mortality rate stands at 68%, and 68% is a very high mortality rate. Then if we talk about Malaysia in the year 1999, when it was for the very first time observed, then total of 265 people found infected and 105 died. So this also has little less than 50%, but 105 out of 265 people dying is in itself is a very high numbers. Now in the end, a prelims MCQ. This is a PYQ of the year 2017, even though it is about Zika virus, but you can say and you can talk about that these are the kind of questions that are being asked, and this is how the questions can be asked in the coming times. So you people need to tell me the answer in the comment section, as it is a PYQ. Consider the following statements. In tropical regions, Zika virus disease is transmitted by the same mosquito that transmit dengue. Second, sexual transmission of Zika virus disease is possible. You have to talk about the correct statements. 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. So you people have to tell the answer, and if you will see, then you need, if you know the transmission, dengue is transmitted through which mosquito, and is it same as the Zika virus, and does sexual transmission of Zika virus disease is possible or not? I think you should be able to do this one, because Zika virus also remains in news very much. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading and keep writing.